What is up, guys? Welcome back to Dan's Reviews, and today I'm back for another Walking Dead video for today. This one's going to be doing another worst to best video for The Walking Dead. This one we're going to be doing the worst to best episodes for the next season we have to cover for The Walking Dead. This is going to be the worst to best episodes of The Walking Dead Season 4.
We silence the whispers.
Okay, guys, so this is going to be doing another Walking Dead video for today. This one's going to be doing the worst to best episodes of The Walking Dead Season 4. So, we did the first 3 seasons as well. If you guys are interested, you can check them out in the channel. I did the worst to best episodes Season 1, 2, and 3 now. Now we're going to be going into Season 4. So, without further ado, let's get into the list. Number 16 is going to be Season 4, Episode 12, Still. So, yes, I mean, I think this is a pretty obvious number on the list. This is not a great episode. It's really not. It is one of my least favorite episodes The Walking Dead has ever done. It's actually not my least favorite, though, but it is one of my least favorites of the whole series. So, but it is the worst of Season 4. I just don't like the whole Daryl and Beth dynamic. I never did. I never cared for it, and it doesn't matter how many times I try to go back and rewatch this episode, maybe, because there are some points where I actually do go back and watch this episode and try to see if I can kind of maybe, I don't know, try to find something I like about it, but I just never do. Like, I don't know, it's just not my episode. So, yeah, and I know a lot of people could probably agree with that one. So, yeah, number 15 is going to be Season 4, Episode 6, Live Bait. Now, this is the episode with the governor, of course, when he kind of meets Tara and, of course, Megan and the rest of them. And I do like this episode a lot. I think it's a really great episode for the governor. However, my only problem is with this episode that's really holding it back is that it's a really overly kind of quiet episode. And it gave me a bit of that boring feel. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, I really like what they did for the governor and kind of his character and how he kind of has a purpose again in this episode after a while, but I don't know, I just didn't get much of a, it didn't have as much of an impact as what it should have by seeing the governor again, because you'd think you'd see the governor again and be like, oh my god, this is incredible. It really, I don't know, it didn't do anything for me, but yeah, that's number 15. Number 14 is going to be the episode right after the second episode, Deadweight. This episode is a lot better. This episode is with Martinez, and of course when he gets killed. And this is kind of the episode where he takes over the group and also captures Herschel and Michonne. So this is a great episode as well. Number 13 is going to be The Walking Dead Season 4, Episode 9, After. This episode is really, really good. I have to say, though, going back and looking at it again, I don't know what it is. I find this to be a very disappointing mid-season premiere. I find it to be kind of overly quiet and kind of just, you only got those 3 characters. You only got Rick and Carl and Michonne. And even though I do like some of the flashbacks with Michonne and kind of learning a bit more about her, I don't know. It didn't do it for me. I liked it. I really did. But I think it's a weaker episode compared to some of the others in Season 4. Coming in at number 12 is going to be Season 4, Episode 4, Indifference. So, this is the episode where we have Rick and Carol, of course, and Carol gets kicked out of the group, as well as the episode when Daryl and them are going to get the medicine and Bob steals just the liquor and doesn't get any meds and stuff, and Daryl kind of gets mad at him and stuff. I really like this episode a lot. This is when we start getting into the episodes I really, really like. This episode really has a lot of great character stuff for, Carol and also Rick and kind of his decision and how he's really doing kind of the safer option, at least Rick feels. So, yeah, it's a really, really good episode. I have to say, I really enjoy it. Number 11 is going to be Season 4, Episode 13, Alone. This episode is the Maggie, Sasha, Bob episode where they kind of separate and then they come back together. And then also the episode where we get to see Beth get taken, Joe, and, of course, Daryl has to kind of join Joe and his group. And I love this episode. I thought it was really good. The mystery of where did Beth go as well, really exciting, and you got only a few episodes left of the season at that point, so you kind of feel like that question's going to be answered, and then of course we actually find out that no, we have to wait all the way to Season 5 to find out where Beth went. So, and did it pay off? No, but I mean, it was still exciting, during this episode, so yeah. Number 10 is going to be Season 4, Episode 1, 30 Days Without an Accident. This is a very disappointing premiere, but if I'm being honest, as an episode, I still really like it. There's a lot of things I really like about it. The big spot, the zombie hanging from his guts on the top of the roof. I mean, that was incredible in and of itself. And then we got, Rick going out there, of course, with the crazy lady, and yeah, we had a bunch of stuff in this episode. Even though I don't like it as a premiere, I still think as an episode, it's still really good. And it has the beginning of the illness storyline at the end with Patrick. So coming in at number 9 is going to be season 4, episode 15, Us. So this is the episode where we get to see both Glenn and Maggie. Of course, they find each other in this episode in the tunnel and all that kind of stuff. And we also have Daryl and Joe and kind of the one guy that starts causing problems and stuff. And yeah, I thought it was a really exciting episode. It is season 4 really suffers though with some of their premieres and their kind of build up to finale episodes, I find, because even this episode too, it didn't really set up the finale that well. I think because season 4 finale was great, but I don't find the setup was that great in this episode. I mean, it was good. It was good, but I don't know. And then in this episode, we do also get to see Glenn's group reach Terminus. So yeah, it was a very exciting episode, but I feel like we could have seen more in this episode. But as an episode, I still put it at a number 9 spot. I just have to consider, because a lot of those second last episodes are really good, like the Pikes episode, or Better Angels, or This Sorrowful Life, and then you get this episode, Us, and I'm like, it was okay, but as an episode, like I said, it's really good. So yeah, number 8 is going to be season 4, episode 10, Inmates. This episode was really exciting. We saw Daryl and Beth, we saw Judith, and then revealed that she's alive, the return of Carol, Maggie looking for Glenn, and Glenn getting out of the prison, and of course bringing Tara along. And on top of that, we also got to see the introduction to Abraham and, Rosita and Eugene. So, really exciting episode, really kind of different episode because we have a lot of different, groups. And, I think this episode is what a lot of people wanted to see in season 7. There's a lot of kind of stuff going on with each individual group, If they have to be separated, do it like they did in this episode. This episode is a perfect example of why you don't have to do bottle episodes. You can do episodes like this, So yeah, that's just my personal opinion. But yeah, number 8, season 4, episode 10. Number 7 is going to be season 4, episode 2, which is of course the episode where and for some reason I'm forgetting the title of this episode, but I think it's Infected, if I'm not mistaken. So basically this episode is the episode where the illness kind of breaks out. We have the cell block D, I believe, that gets attacked, and we have Patrick, and we have all these people, and Karen, of course, is sick, and we have the killing of Karen and David, which it's kind of revealed to us at the end, but we still don't know who that is yet as an audience. It's kind of a cliffhanger for the episode. We also have the pigs, Rick having to kill the pigs, as well as the fence. I love this. I love the intensity when the fence is caving in. I love that. That is amazing. That is some great tension right there. Number 6 is going to be season 4, episode 3, Isolation. I love this episode. We have the fight between Rick and Tyrese, and I know a lot of people say the fight between Rick and Tyrese was a bit disappointing, but I still really liked it for what it was. We have the huge reveal that Carol killed Karen and David. The herd on the road. I mean, honestly, there is so much. Glenn, we find out he's sick in this episode. And just kind of the worry about that as well. And I'll be honest, I just got into the comics when I started season 4 of The Walking Dead. And I was still worried for Glenn. I'm like, I don't care if he makes it all the way to this Negan guy, storyline. I am worried about Glenn, and I was worried about Glenn in this episode, and just everything in it, really great, and just kind of realizing Carol's the one that did it. I mean, my goodness, what an amazing episode, honestly, all the way through. So yeah, number 6, Isolation. Coming in at number 5 is going to be season 4, episode 11, Claimed. So this is the introduction to Joe's group, of course. We also have Rick, who's kind of hiding under the bed, hiding in the house, of course, kills the guy in the bathroom, and this is also the episode where we also get to see Rick and Michonne and Carl find the Terminus sign. We have Michonne and Carl and learning about Michonne's kid Andre a little bit. We have Glenn's group with Abraham and kind of, I'm gonna have to insist, you hold the hell up, and not let them go after, Maggie. And, I love how Glenn's just like, okay, dude, screw it. I guess you deserve a punch, Glenn just punches him. He's like, I don't care if you're like this big dude, I'm gonna punch you because you're being an idiot, And I'll admit, if I was Glenn, yeah, I probably would have done the same thing because honestly, you're stopping me from trying to find the woman I love, his wife at that point. Honestly, no, I'm sorry. I don't care who you are. You're new. I have no idea. I have no reason to follow you to DC when, is it just me or do I feel like Glenn didn't even believe that Eugene had the cure? He's kind of like, okay, really? Okay, what is it then? He asks Abraham. He's like, I don't know about that. That type of thing. So, I could just tell through Glenn's words, he didn't fully believe Abraham when he said that Eugene has the cure and stuff, Number 4 is going to be season 4, episode 14, The Grove. This one hit home. I mean, honestly, Such a well-done episode with the two girls, Lizzie and Mika. Such a sad episode, but such a darn good episode at the same time. And so many moments. I killed Karen and David, we have the death of the two girls, Lizzie losing her mind, almost, I think back on how dark that episode was. And I just get the chills, honestly. It is so good. And honestly, if you guys put it higher than number 4 on the list, I can completely understand. Number 3 is going to be Internment. This is the episode where Herschel saves, almost as many people as he can. And we also have Rick and Carl who shoot the machine guns and the zombies are coming through the fence and stuff. And we have the return of, the man himself, the governor. So it is an amazing episode. I love this episode so much, and such a great end to the flu storyline and a great lead into, Too Far Gone, of course, which is, still a few episodes away, but we get those governor episodes in between, which, like I said, didn't pay off too much. But number 2 is going to be Season 4, Episode 16A. I love this finale. I love everything about it. The flashbacks of the prison, Rick going crazy, but doing it to protect his family, getting the, You're My Brother scene with Daryl, the Terminus introduction, the cliffhanger, they're screwing with the wrong people, or if you watch the Blu-ray, it's something else as well, as you guys know. And I love this episode so much, guys. I love this finale, and arguably the best finale The Walking Dead has done. I think enjoyment-wise, Season 7 finale really has Season 7 finale has a really kind of just unique feel to it, and it's really good. But the Season 4 finale for me is another one of my favorite finales, as well as Beside the Dying Fire. That's another one that I really like a lot. But man, this one is so good. I love this episode so much. And how it goes into, No Sanctuary in the next season, I love it. In my opinion, it is actually the best cliffhanger The Walking Dead has ever done, is this episode. It's a perfect cliffhanger. It's not cruel. It's not this and that. It's just like, how do they get out? I love the feel of it. It's so amazing. So my number 1 spot, I'm sure you guys know it, Too Far Gone, Season 4, Episode 8, the mid-season finale. It is an incredible episode. We had the death of the governor, the death of Herschel, the destruction of the prison. Rick versus the governor. Daryl blowing up the tank. There are so many things in this episode that are just, they are amazing. I honestly love it. And the Don't Look Back, Just Keep Walking, from the comics, and wow, just amazing. So, anyway, guys, I want to say a huge thank you for stopping by and watching this video, of course. What are your worst to best episodes, or at least maybe your top 5 favorite and maybe top 5 least favorite of Season 4? Write those down in the comment section below. I want to hear from you guys. And, of course, guys, if you're new here, click the subscribe button so you don't miss any of my Walking Dead videos. Follow Dan's Walking Dead reviews on Instagram, guys. And, of course, I'll see you guys really soon for another Walking Dead video. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out.